Get rich quick, Timothy A. Donahue. Welcome to your passport to an earthly paradise. This tome that you hold is your passport. Liken it to one stamped when you disembark from a steamer ship in a foreign land to see exotic sights. The smells and the street urchin grabs your rucksack and leaves you with nothing. Yes, it is a passport to a land of opportunity that is just waiting for the ripe and rich mind of someone like yourself. A land that not only flows with milk and honey, but also wine to wet the lips of women, dry goods, rich silks, decorative comedies, and linens that have your very initials embroidered. Have you ever thought in the world that you would be dabbing your chin from delicious gilbits made by servants, that you could pull a rope and a man in a fine suit brings you a cigar on a tray? Why, you could wipe your backside with fine linens displaying your own initials every night, and a group of seamstresses would appear in your perrier to work needlepoint until they are bloody in the fingers to fashion another set for the following day. Listen to me, friends. This has happened to literally every person who has read this book, this precious tome. Philanthropy and the Gilded Age of Prosperity. How do you become a baron of industry? It is simple, my friend, and I have figured it out. I once sowed a field. I shucked corn. I ran on a mule train until I was fit to die from exhaustion. It is because I am so humble and have worked with silt and so that I am here to witness and say I am here to teach you a truly how to ONG in your life. You see, friend, you can shout at a dumb pack animal, a deaf wanderer, a diminutive group of natives for as long as you want until you go hoarse in the throat, but they will not hear. You can yell at work animals, "Ha!" to turn left and "Gee!" to turn right. But I have a new command for you. Go straight, abandon the beasts of the field, and let them die and join me on a pathway that leads out of the beating death of the sun and into the new light. The light of an oil lamp that burns as you take a relaxing bath, and a woman who can scarcely muster the native tongue scrubs your back and feels around in the water to your leisure. This one book to happiness will be the last book you ever read. I assure that I assure you that you will no longer be interested in new books when you have in your hands this very one that can be read over and over and tattered until you buy one anew. The eyes of wisdom saw the seed of doubt, while the truth of harvest fields feeds all. Sorry. I have helped hundreds of people. They are people that can help themselves and are not maimed or hobbled with doubt. I believe the Great Spirit from above floated down like a dove and wanted me to write this tome. Hang on, sorry. I believe the Great Spirit from that dove landed, and I looked at it and shot it dead. For a man that is afeard of his own self, or a bird and only wants peace, cannot make peace in his own mind with how he is going to make money. And if we quiver in doubt about becoming rich, we will never see it as true. The way we bring the coins and silver into our satchels is not through hard work. It is not through the calluses on our hands. It is not through the toil of the soil. Instead, it is through the dedication to the Bible of success you now hold in your hands and read by the fire. You will know that a fire will consume you, and it will burn out and brandish the soot and tar from your soul and replace it with money and wealth. I do not liken it to be fair to those who do not have this book as their spiritual guide to success. They are sad and they are weary. Life is not fair, but it is for you because you have this book. You have the answers and you are strong. The Hebrews, after they left the hot and decrepit, parched hopelessness of Egypt, they wandered around quite a time in the wilderness. Imagine if they had my book. They would be following a camel train loaded with gold coins, weighing down those beasts until they bowled from the suffering of the great wealth they carried. And if you truly listen to every work and word I present and speak here and you read it, back and forth, sometimes left and sometimes right, for a period of about 40 years, like those Hebrews who wandered like nameless things in the desert, you will see the light in about 1 minute rather than 40 years. There are, no doubt, many among you who have, during this period of your youth or old age, committed to wanderings and fallen prey to men and predators. I can assure you that I am neither, as I seek to fill every pocket in your breeches, saddlebag, and purse with gold beyond dreams of anyone that has been near you, and I assure that their jealousy will run a deep red vein, and they will loathe you. However, you will spit upon them and have new friends very soon. Let us begin at the beginning. A man gave a rib away to create something, a mate, a companion, and one that inevitably betrayed him. I am here to witness through teachings that money will never blind or betray you, and it can be used in exchange for whatever you want. This path to wealth does not require you to remove a rib, watch your sons kill one another unless you require it for amusement, even or be deprived in wanton desperation in such a way that you must interbreed to make a family. Drink water. In New York City, the streets run with the manure of beasts and screams of Irish children who will pick your pockets clean. But travel to Wall Street, and you will discover a way of wealth that does not require you to soil your hands. No animal dung or crows will plague you. In fact, in a workday, you will scarcely be exposed to the harsh domination of a sun that dampens your undergarments and distresses your temperament. Simply listen to my plan, and you will be visiting the finest haberdasheries, holding an exquisite cane, and holding the soft hands of a beautiful wife who is ripe to bear beautiful children that can command your 100 servants at a summer mansion by a northern lake. It's all there for you, right over the horizon. If you will stare into the sun and believe what I am telling you, money is a thing that comes to those who deserve it. Soon you will realize that the poor and infirm have brought some kind of disease upon themselves through lack of will or promise to a higher cause, and I am here to bring that cause to you. Read on as the path is swept away, and the leaves and debris will not cloud your judgment. God wants you to be rich and rich of health. Anyone who suffers infirmities is surely lacking true faith and has not read this book. It is truly astonishing. America is looked over by a God that wants every person here to be rich and only showered in the light of the love that is happiness of wealth. It is commonly known that those that do not share in wealth simply take it by force, but quickly fall to depravity. However, I will teach you how to take the hard work and toil of one man and sell it to another with no earnest or involvement. Making wealth on the backs of others is salvation, my friend, and I will introduce you to my friends in Wall Street, who toil only in bankers' hours but live in opulence. That is a place you will live soon if you follow my directions. An investment in the paradise of beginning to the end. You, sir, listen to me. Do you actually enjoy being poorer than the average fellow? Well, no, of course you would rather not suffer. That is why you own this very book. You are quite close to being rich, exceedingly rich. Prosperity begins with you. I say unto you in no uncertain terms, and some that are quite certain that suffering is over for you. It is so dangerous to sit under the wrong teaching tree. That is a tree where a bird of carrion will sit and squawk and defalcate on your dreams. False doctrine can rob you of prosperity. Turning away from prosperity can damn you more readily than all the sins, including copulating with your neighbor's maidservant or any sins of the flesh. Believe that there are multitudes of the blind singing and praising the doctrine of the humble man who would wallow in squalor while you gorge yourselves in riches. Do not listen to their songs, but instead listen to your own songs and let them ring from the rooftops and valleys. Thousands have sat with false teachers while I tell you that this doctrine is true. It is because I said so. Sit under my tree. Sit and sell from one man to another things that you do not make or touch or even claim to understand. Take the grain of one man and sell to another and make both men poor. That is the grain of truth that I tell you will make you rich beyond your dreams as you ignore the dreams of others, which is necessary. This is my hope for you, and along with that hope is an earnest wish that you bring this book in any translation or form with adequate compensation to me, to as many people as possible, while enriching yourselves with this doctrine. It is so serious, this teaching, that is your heart. This teaching is you, it is your heart, it is love. It is not only the love of money, but riches begin the path of love that help others, which can only be helped after you help yourself the things that you deserve. Yours, Timothy Donahue. Acquire and share additional copies of this wondrous publication for only 20 cents. Send money order to Timothy Donahue, Elm Street, Lexington, Kentucky. You can get this book from a man in St. Denis for $50, and I don't know if you can rob it or not. I didn't attempt to. Sorry for some reading errors. I'm not a professional reader. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.